I just want to share with you something interesting, more especially if you're a V75 trader. We have a beautiful chart here. It's V75 and I'm on the 15-minute time frame. So we have an interesting move. I just want you to pay attention on how the price was behaving, because this is what influences our price action or our decision making. So we had this region down here, which is more like just a small range, and then the market transitioned into an upward move. So we can see that initially it moved in a downward move, and then in a transition it gave us a corrective wave. However, if you can see how this corrective played out, it was so aggressive and it was so strong until it reached this level, the level of the previous high, which is something that is not supposed to happen when the sellers are strong. Now, for the fact that the price approached that level, it means that the strength of the sellers was now compromised. So we see that it approaches that level, and all of a sudden, as it approached that level, we see that it begins to go down. It begins to go down. The sellers try to move down. However, they couldn't give us the next impulsive wave. So before we can just continue with that, you need to know that for the fact that this wave approached that high, automatically it means that your selling positions should be closed. Whatever direct position that you're opening on the seller side, it should be closed, and you should look at the market in a different picture. So if you were looking at this market as a seller, it means that now is the time to just step aside and say, I'm no longer a seller. Why? Because I've now seen a corrective wave that is very, very huge in a way that it approached the previous high, which is something that is not supposed to happen. So when you see this minor wave or this sellers coming in with these three candles, you shouldn't be tempted to execute a sell. Why? Because already you know that their strength is compromised. So this shouldn't tempt you as a trader. However, you have to wait until you identify a different flow, and then once that flow is broken, that's when you should start executing your trade. So it's all about the seller strength decreasing and then identifying the new flow that is being established by the buyers. So I'm talking about this upward move or this upward channel now. This should be your new flow depending on where you wanna place this upward trend line. But the most important one is the one on the bottom, because that's what's gonna determine your breakout. My language is so bad today. So you identify the flow after you've seen that the strength have decreased, and then from that flow, that's where you're gonna act. You don't initially act from this resistance or maybe this support, but you act from the new flow that is being displayed by maybe the buyers in this case. So we can see that we have this supporting trend line, and then you wait for it to be broken. So for the fact that it is broken, I don't know which video, but there's a video which I posted recently, and I shared about this thing of fake breakouts, that whenever you see something like a breakout here, you don't have to react there and there. You have to wait until everything is settled. So we see here with this breakout coming in, and then this is the breakout that should encourage you as a trader to execute your sell, not necessarily this resistance, because it was so hard for us to know if indeed the buyers are giving us that power, or they were just playing with us. So through this impulsive move going up, we know that the buyers were not that strong. Why? Because their initial wave is a little bit convincing compared to this current one. So the current wave is a little bit small. Then we can execute our selling trade. So there is something interesting again that you should pay attention into. So automatically when you execute your sell, now you begin to see the market slowing down. You begin to see the market slowing down, and the way it is slowing down, you can see that it is more like some kind of a wage. It is some kind of a wage, and this means that price is now trying to react from this low here, although it is not yet in that zone. But you need to know that for the fact that it is close to that area, it is starting to react from this territory, because I always talk about this, that when you see some kind of a resistance all the way above this resistance, it is buyer's territory. So all the way above this minor resistance from this channel or from this range, it is buyers territory. So price is reacting from there. You can see that the buyers, they are trying by all means to repeat what they've already done in the previous cycle. Now, so here it means that you as a trader, you should now execute whatever selling position that you've opened and start to look for buying opportunities. So when is that buying opportunity gonna come? Immediately when you receive a breakout, and then it mean that that's now a buying trade. So I hope this is making sense. But as far as the breakout doesn't come, or as far as we don't see the breakout, it means that still the market is controlled by the sellers. But that will be concluded mostly when the market breaks out. It breaks all the way down below this level. That's why we're gonna know that indeed now the sellers are back in power, just as they were doing all the way in these two waves here. And so for now, you just wait for some kind of breakout, and then those breakouts are gonna conclude on which direction you should take. I'm just gonna keep it short and leave it here. Thank you guys for watching.